Well, greetings everybody. It's a beautiful day and we're kicking off 2026 now. The weather's a bit nicer, as you can see from the weather, in visiting Walkden. You've probably heard the extremely fabulous YouTuber Charlie Veach talk about Walkden. Well, we've come here to it and we'll have a quick look around. It's not a very big place. It's got a bit of a history. It was quite famous for coal mining and cotton. And its current claim to fame, well, there's two things really, and I'll show you them now. This is the famous, not famous in its own lunchtime, Walkden Town Centre. And it was Albert Goubet who built that. You remember Albert Goubet? He started Quick Save. That was the first supermarket to charge for bags before the greeny type, funny-haired people got hold of it. And then the government decided to tax them. But Walkden is famous for the largest Tesco, not just in the UK, but in Europe. 185,000 square feet of it. Now, one of the big problems with Walkden Town Centre is that it suffers from, well, being somewhat closed. No, it's open, certainly, because you get to Tesco by going up those the non-escalator escalators. But it's a great shame, as you can see as we're looking down here, a lot of, well, there's amusements, isn't that wonderful? But there's a lot of empty, vacant units, unfortunately. And, well, the main reason they're empty is because, yes, rates far too high. As you can see, plenty of units, none of them occupied because, well, people can't afford them. Although, in fairness, a recent addition has been the new sort of Lancashire-wide coffee house chain. And a phone repairman. You've got to have a phone repairman. And strangely, there's a second opticians. And Costa Coffee and Savers, and there's the rather large Tesco car park you can see out there at the bottom. And we've got King of Trainers, yes. No princely or princessy stuff here. It's King of Trainers. A little bit of Grand Prix practice available to those who require it. And now we'll go up the travelator in the shopping centre. Here we go. You know what they call a broken travelator? Yes, a slope. Sorry, awful joke. To let from 500 square feet. That's a bit more than 500 square feet, in my humble opinion. Maybe they should turn it into an ice rink or something. I presume where water either tried to get in or get out. Oh, look, I'm being looked at. Hello, security camera. And there we go. More empty units upstairs. Nice and bright, though, if nothing else. Even though there's no one around at 2:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. Ah, it's a brow bar. You have to put your head on the table and someone hammers at it with their chisel and hammer and whatever they do. And more vast empty spaces with more travelators that go to, well, the car park. Shall I go in and ask how much things are in that box? No, I better not. And I doubt they'll let me film inside, but there we are. There's the extent of the one side of the largest Tesco in Europe. And there we go, the main entrance to the largest Tesco in Europe. Oh, that reminds me, chili tonight. Hello? Is it meat you're looking for? I'm beginning to feel very exclusive now the sun's come out. Not only am I not wearing shorts, but I seem to be the only person here without a tattoo. There we go, folks. Surreptitiously filming inside the largest Tesco in Europe. And it goes on just, well, as far as the eye can see, really. Oh, look. Use your club card and get it for £5. Regular price £6.50, £5 in every other store in the land with no club cards. They have a rather humongous fashion department, which is not an advertising Tesco or anything, but it's great for kiddies wear, the F&F franchise. As you can see, row upon row upon row of stuff. Oh, fair play to them. I just query the location. Yet another club card con, £1.25 in Asda, Aldi, Lidl, with no club card needed. No loyalty card needed, should I say. There's the usual gambling dens and, oh look, Domino's, where you can now go online and see exactly how they make a mess of your pizza. And to be expected, the old yellow arches. Oh, this one's 24 hours. So they're spending 24 hours a day serving you stuff that looks nothing like in their advertising. I don't know how people keep going back, because the odd few burgers I've had never look anything like the lovely, juicy, drippy things they show you on the television. Oh, you can even park up and wait for your burger that looks nothing like in the TV advertising. And as you can see, the usual suspects here in the actual shopping centre itself. All the ones you would expect. And needless to say, spring is springing with all the daffodillies. Or again, I never know if they're nasturtiums or not. And at least behind the shopping centre, they're going ahead with the multi-million-pound improvements they said they're making. Although it seems a bit pointless making improvements when they haven't filled the existing shopping centre because of the rents and rates. And this is the town centre that we're approaching. I think I'll have to believe the weather forecast more often. I've been caught on the hop here because it's now about 17 degrees and a beautiful day. And there's something I've missed. The old spoons. That's a very interesting topping off, so to speak. Walkden was mentioned in the Chronicles, not a newspaper, of 1246, and no, not 1:45, for the old Roman road that traverses the A6 locally. And Walkden was also at one stage in the Guinness Book of Records because it had the M61 down the road, that away I think, or maybe it's that, yeah, that away, that had 17 lanes and was the most lanified motorway in the world at one stage. So there's a claim to fame for you. There's also a bit of a heritage trail you can go on if you so fancy. Won't go into details of what's on there. I'm sure those of you with Mr. Google can check him out. Some more building work going on over there. And let's just, Memorial Road. Let's go and see what they're memorializing about. Hello, your property partner. Oh, they're not my property partner, but thank you for trying. And that's the road to nowhere. Well, actually it's not, it's the road to Salford. Well, the trees here all seem to be suffering from loptimism. They've been lopped off, cut off in their prime. They are former trees. They have ceased to be. They are ex-trees. I've had to cross the road by an approved route because that railing thing goes all the way down to stop people like me running into traffic. The Stocks Hotel, dating from 1898. And you have to have a smash burgers outside, don't you? What's this thing with smash burgers all of a sudden? A burger is a burger, whether it's smashed or not. For mash, get smash. This sort of mock Tudor look about it. A very nice sort of beer garden, but it fronts the main road, so I don't know how you can have peace and quiet, but we'll leave that to the patrons. And the cottage Handori. And the perfunctory hand car wash. Have to have one of those. An impressive monument in the grounds of the St. Paul's Church here in Walkden. And there's the church itself. Set in lovely grounds, but then aren't they all? This edifice is called the Walkden Memorial. Good idea for a memorial that's based in Walkden, I suppose. And it was erected in memorial of Harriet, the first countess of Ellesmere. Well, Ellesmere's up the road near Liverpool. And as you can see, all roads lead to the Lowry and designer outlet on Salford Quays. I don't know if that's the location for the copy of the what's called the Lady Burke clock, which they used to have back in the mining days, where the clock at 1 o'clock used to strike 13, so that miners knew, because of all the noise, when their lunchtime had ended. So the extra doing, now it's lorries causing all the noise. The extra doing helped them to get back from what was called dinner at the time on time. Well, traffic aside, it's an absolutely glorious day. I've really been caught on the hop wearing my all-weather anorak. And I'm glad to see that Walkden is in bloom, and rightly so. Oh, I'm delighted to see that new terms and conditions apply on what is a bomb site, cunningly disguised as a car park. Ah, they're registered with considerate constructors. Oh yes, we've just been reminded about the Booty van. Well, I'm registered with the NHS, so I don't know if that's any relation. Children are not allowed to play on this site. Oh, you see, on one side we have the proper barbers. Yet here we have the clip joint, established in 1974, but closed today. Not actually closed today, I mean closed today as in not open today, in 2026. And there we are. Misspelt sign of the day, Exotica, no E. Don't know what difference it means having Exotica, but however, each to their own. And the Mubarak Superstore, wonderful. Vapes, of course, included. Well, piggy in the middle, I bet that's not halal. Well, it might be, I don't know. That is the Walkden Gateway, although it looks like a building to me, but I'm not going to argue. Well, according to Mr. Google, there isn't a Walkden Town Hall I can go and ogle at, so I won't be allowing you to ogle with me because there ain't one to ogle at. And this is what I mean, there's the building works going on the main Bolton Road, and yet you've got these empty units, and this one as well, to let, and even Walkden Vape is no more. And that's on the main front as you pass by the shopping centre here in Walkden. There's a bank, mind you, one of the few local towns that actually has one surviving. There's none in my hometown anymore now, apart from the post office, where the post office manager always manages to clean the counters when the post office is at its busiest. Well, part 2 of the adventure, and here we are, gate 13, unlucky for some, at Heaton Park in downtown Prestwich in Manchester. You can see that it definitely is a large expanse of park, and we'll just show you all the different things you can do. There's the Heaton Hall, the old stately home, and all sorts of things. A bit of a temple, which is as in a temple and not a temple, cafe, boat hire, little train, the lot. Right, let's get moving. And in among the wonderful greenery, they do have a captive bin selection where you can go and have a look at different coloured bins. As I say, remember, this is in Manchester M25, and on the insistence of the Green Party, they've put a special sign up to warn you about Green Party members, especially MPs. Well, it's nice to see a few people running around in the park. It's wonderful. It's a lovely day. As you can see behind me, pardon for the sun, it's an extremely, as I said, large amenity. Hope you're getting dizzy. I am. I better stop. Oh, it's my age, you know. I've just been informed that when they don't have voting details or electioneering stuff in foreign languages, the Green Party use this to extricate votes from their prospective voters. This is the cafe and activity area. Oh look, you can see a busy bee. But just to give you an idea, I mean, and there's the house in the background, which hopefully I'll have a look at in a few moments, but you can just see the absolute size of this place to say that it's, as I mentioned before, in downtown Manchester 25, Prestwich. It's just enormous. And the weather is just glorious. And just another little view. It's interesting, all the trees have little markers on them to tell you what they are. So if, like me, you've forgotten from your scouting test what wood is wood, it tells you. Just looking at these magnificent trees and wondering what history they're hiding. This is another aspect of the park. Again, to give you a size of how big it is. And this might strike, I'll just whiz round, this might strike a bit of a chord with people who have lived in Manchester and have youngsters. The famous tunnel where the kids used to run through hollering for the echo. Do you remember it? Remember it, remember it, remember it. And then a quick perfunctory visit to the tea rooms. And lovely it is too. Although £5.95 for a sausage roll I think is pushing the limit a bit. And there we have a view of the stables, cafe itself. Quite a lot of people around today to say it's working Wednesday. Loads of people, in fact. And as we just continue up here, we've got a little bit of an iconic view coming up in a moment. Iconic for the wrong reasons, I might add. And there it is, the famous Heaton Park Tower that you can see from everywhere. As I said, iconic for the wrong reasons. As I mentioned, I'm just gobsmacked at the number of people who are out and about to say that it's 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. I can only assume that it's work from home people taking advantage of the lovely weather, and why not? Good luck to them. And there's more dogs than you'll find in a doggery, so to speak. Everyone has dogs, and they're all so, well, you've got to go up and say hello to a dog, haven't you? And talk about a riot of colour. Daffodils, and I was informed today by a lady from Horticultural type of thingy, the Wildlife Trust, that there's only one native daffodil, and that could well be the one with the, I don't know if it's the one, this one here with the, well, you know me with flowers, I know so little about them, but the riot of colour here of yellows, and as you can see, just covering the back, all daffodils, and this lovely orange natural thing that's growing here. And then as we go around the other side, yes, it's the back of the Heaton Park house. And there's the back. We'll go around the front in a moment. Gird your loins for me going round the front. Must have been great in the old days when the carriages arrived and people got out in their finery and false wigs. And another view of the Heaton Park Stables Cafe as we walk around to the front of the house. And just to give you a bit of an idea of how much there is to do in Heaton Park, all different things that it's pointing towards. And then we've got Heaton Ices. Wasn't that a song by The Jam? Heaton Ices, Heaton Ices, or maybe it wasn't. Anyway, continuing on towards the front of the house. It looks like it's undergoing some form of renovation. We'll see when we get closer. And here it is, the front of the house, that is. Maybe this side's the front because there doesn't seem to be a door here. Fine old building. Lovely detail, as you can see. No idea why these lions are guarding the window. Maybe there's a door there once upon a time. And then this back of the house leads on to the orangery, which people use for functions, or at least they used to, for functions and weddings, being guarded at the moment by daffodils. And anyway, we'll make our way out to the park now. I think we've done enough parkificating for the moment. Before we leave the park, you can see the skyscrapers of Manchester and Salford in the background to give an indication of precisely how near we are to the city centre. And in the distance from the prow of the hill in the park, we can just see the start of the Pennines. And there we have the temple I told you about earlier. There is also a tram museum, but I think we'll give that one a miss today. And there, just give you an idea more so of the expanse of the park, and just in the distance you can see the Heaton Park Golf Club. And thankfully it's all downhill from here. I just got told off by somebody who said, yes, you're saying hello to my dog, but you're not saying hello to me. Well, it's all part of my chronic canine constipation and not being able to pass a dog. That chap will have to stop buying his bicycles off Temu. The pedals don't go there, love. Gosh, I'm glad I came down that hill and didn't have to go up it in the first place. Well, I never knew they had a golf academy in the park here. Learn something new every day. Oh, and they even have a cash machine. And as we leave the park, another interesting structure. And it's called Smithy Lodge. There we are. It seems he's the man who designed Heaton Hall. Well, jolly good stuff is all I can say, Mr. James Wyatt. And I have to say, in all the years visiting Heaton Park, I've never come in that particular gate, which is halfway down Middleton Road. And yes, plenty of traffic, as expected.